There's no panic. You're not going to push us away that easily.
Patrice Bergeron! And the Bruins get a shutout win. This ties for the latest game ever in the Stanley Cup playoffs. The other, same day, 1995. The Bruins want to force a new record 2 nights from now.
It's kind of a surreal moment.
Patrick Kane has scored the goal.
That goal is something you'll never forget.
The Stanley Cup to the Blackhawks.
One of the greatest moments of my life. To be back again is obviously special.
Well, to the goalies, who need to win 4 in the final to get a championship. Corey Crawford, 28, was not with the Blackhawks when they won the Stanley Cup in 2010. 15 wins, he needs 16. Tuukka Rask, 26, was back up to Tim Thomas when the Bruins won the Stanley Cup in 2011. 14 wins. Patrice Bergeron is playing, but not starting. Jonathan Toews is playing and starting with Brian Bickle and Patrick Kane, with Duncan Keith and Brent Seabrook. Milan Lucic, Nathan Horton, David Krejci up front for the Bruins, Zdeno Chara, Dennis Seidenberg in back, and we are underway with game number 6.
Lucic taking that opening face-off against Toews.
This is the line that did very well in the first game that was played in Chicago, where they were matched up together during the game. Here's Boychuk, a shot, and that one deflected up high. Stallberg had reached for it, and Kelly as well. Ference a shot, and that one blocked. Boychuk waits, hands it to the side, battled for in front. Kelly poking away at it. Crawford has it, whistle blown.
Well, a couple of opportunities for the Bruins, similar plays. Daniel Paille just throws his puck to the front of the net. Chris Kelly gets inside position on Johnny Oduya, Nicholas Hjalmarsson, and Crawford with a good glove save while his glove is on the ice. Paille had a play right before that where he had a chance to take the puck to the net. He decided to fire it towards the goal.
Here's Seguin, side of the net. Kelly scores!
What a read by Torrey Krug to set this all up for Boston.
Torrey Krug jumps in, but it's the stick of Tyler Seguin that sweeps that puck back. He finds it, he throws it right over to Chris Kelly. Watch the play right there by Tyler Seguin.
Kelly against Shaw once and twice, and eventually Bruins possession, and Ference drills it back in. Seguin steps to this one. Eluded Oduya, but just for a moment. Gets it back again and tucks it back. Boychuk slung it across, taken on by Ference. Boychuk waits, fires, save Crawford, scramble in front, penalty coming up. Ference on the delayed call, pitched it back in. The Blackhawks touch and they'll be short.
What a job by Boychuk, and he holds up a little bit so it opens up the lane. And then you see the scramble down low, which eventually leads to the penalty to Johnny Oduya.
Good percentage for the Bruins in this series, 4 for 14. Oduya the hook, dealt back in deep by Krejci and returned to him by Horton. Krug to Krejci, save made by Crawford, rebound pushed into him, tumbling down to the ice and getting back up again is Horton. Flipped on back, Krug with the keep, gave it on to Krejci, and we get a stoppage of play.
Crawford's helmet, Doc. The band breaks on the back of the helmet, and the referees have to blow it down. Mad scramble down low. He knows it's loose. He looks at Wes McCauley right there, the shot by Krejci, and you'll see it hits him up high. So the band at the back of his helmet lets go, and he looks at Wes McCauley saying, my mask isn't on, you gotta blow the whistle. You'll see him right there, he's looking, and he's trying to get McCauley's attention.
Skipped right back ahead for play by Krejci. They've got the numbers. It's over to Peverley, to Krejci, across to Lucic. Oh, and a shot blocked up high by Seabrook.
And what a shot block, as Eddie and Doc talked about, by Brent Seabrook.
Scoring chances in the game, 16-3 in favor of the Bruins. 5 shots out of the 10 they've had in this game on this power play. Seguin moves in. Seguin with a shot blocked off in front and covered very quickly.
And for Corey Crawford, he's been stellar. Doc just talked about the scoring chances, little chip play. Seguin wins a foot race, tries to settle it down again, trying to go high. Not a lot of room there, Eddie.
Boy, not a good play there by Nicholas Hjalmarsson in the middle of the ice, anticipating the puck up on those boards, leaves the middle of the ice wide open.
Let's look at the Coors Light Cold Hard facts. And tonight they pertain to Patrick Kane. With Jonathan Toews on the ice, he has scored 7 times in these playoffs. Without him, only twice. 4 times in the 7, he has been assisted by the captain, Jonathan Toews. Seguin leads it ahead. Marchand brought it in. Nice move to get free. Bennett front on. It was sent just wide. My goodness, what a chance there.
Going to the outside. No, I'm coming back to the inside, right around Nicholas Hjalmarsson. But look at that puck rolling. No chance.
Chara with it there, and he can't pass it very well. Controlled on now for Peverley. Peverley able to step right back in with it. Cruises, gave it on across to Krejci. To Peverley, a shot, getting a piece of it was Crawford. Krejci drags it. Big drive by Horton, and that one wouldn't go. Chara up with it again. Another drive, and the period has come to a close.
But what an opportunity. Quick puck movement. Great save there off the blocker from Corey Crawford. And this one misses the net.
They are hardy guys that play this sport. He wore a puck to the face. He has been stitched up, and he is ready for the second period. One of 8 Blackhawks on the championship team. Ahead comes another Jonathan Toews. He scores! Toews! It's tied!
You won't see Zdeno Chara make many mistakes, but he just made a costly one, and Toews capitalized. Neutral zone face-off. There's Zdeno Chara. Everything's fine. Chara goes to play the puck. Toews is quicker, and a great decision by Jonathan Toews utilizing Patrick Kane, Eddie, as an option.
Yeah, there's the quick little pass by Michael Roosevelt. He pinched up on Chara 2-on-1. Short side as Andrew Shaw was coming out of the penalty box.
Coach, what'd you say to your team after the first period? Because you guys got a lot of jam here to start the second.
Well, we weren't happy with our first. We weathered a big storm there, only down 1-0 there. Too many penalties, 4 in a row here. We got to stay out of the box.
What do you tell your team when the ice starts to become chippy?
Put it behind them. Put pucks at the net. It doesn't have to be pretty.
Drags it on across further. Kelly watching him every inch of the way. Sharp one back to Roosevelt. Returns it to Sharp. Jostling in front are Bickle and Chara. Roosevelt yet again. Drive by Sharp. Scramble in front. Turned aside by Chara through all of the confusion.
Oh, good movement by the Blackhawks on their power play. Watch where this puck ends up. The shot from Patrick Sharp. Left part of your screen. Here comes Patrick Kane. What a save there off the left pad, and then Kane looking for an empty net, but the stick in the reach of Zdeno Chara denies a chance. But what a stop by Tuukka Rask right there off the left pad, and then Chara puts it out of the crease.
Let's take a look at some of the key stats through 2 periods of play. Shots are 18-15 in favor of Boston. Of the 15 shots, Patrick Sharp has 4. Face-offs, a left wing named Milan Lucic for Boston has won 7 out of 9. Chicago's Brent Seabrook, 5 of his team's 20 blocks. It is full strength. Kane threw one in front that's blocked and then covered by Rask, and only 20 seconds into the third, the first scoring chance of the period.
They chip the puck in, they win the foot race, and then Kane, from a bad angle, just fires it towards the net, and Tuukka Rask with the save and is able to absorb it and not give up a second chance.
Back checked away by Paille, steps right back into Seguin. Seguin trying to fight by Paille in front. Oh, and what a save by Crawford!
Blackhawks going for a change. Tyler Seguin gets this puck over to Paille, takes it right to the net. Left pad save and a beauty by Corey Crawford.
So Crawford hooked it just through. Oh, the reach there. That was coming from Lucic, but now it's Krejci. Krejci has Lucic in front, swinging at it. And Lucic scores!
Well, this all starts because of the giveaway by Corey Crawford in behind his net. Rolling puck, the giveaway in behind the net by Duncan Keith. There wasn't a transition from Crawford to the defenseman, Krejci to the front of the net, and Lucic settled down a rolling puck and beats Corey Crawford.
Fatigue factor was kicking in. Disjointed change. You don't see Seabrook. We talked about Chicago playing 5 defense. People aren't stopping and starting. Look how wide open Lucic is. And he sticks it off the post and in to give Boston a 2-1 lead.
Stallberg brings it on back. Shoots one. Oh, and a save by Rask on a strong shot from Stallberg. Now it's Shaw. Wrap around attempt. That blocked off. Another try. And Rask has it.
There's some room on the short side there. Tuukka Rask leaning into the middle of the net, leaving some room to that short side. And the Blackhawks never quit on this play.
Taves and Peverley tie up. The puck squibs to Keith. 20 to go. Kane could not get in because of Chara. Taves cannot work it further. Jammed on by Seidenberg. Taken away, though, by Kane. Here's Kane, a shot. Oh, and that one blocked wide. And the net is dislodged.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Chara just gave an unbelievable rough ride to Jonathan Taves right into the goalpost and crossbar.
And the stick ended up getting lodged into the net as well at the end of this play. Watch the net. Right there. Look at the stick. The stick of Chara gets lodged into the netting in behind Tuukka Rask.
Kane moves by a couple. Steps in and shot one. Turned aside. To the bench is Crawford. Extra attacker out in the net empty. They battle in the corner. It's finessed by Keith around for a feed in front. Score! Taves to Bickle with 1:16 to go in the third.
The quick little lift of the stick by Jonathan Taves right there. Duncan Keith to Taves to Bickle on the weak side. But the quick little lift up of the stick of Jonathan Taves allowed that play to develop.
What a play by Duncan Keith. That's just great team hockey by the Chicago Blackhawks. But in particular, the great read and pinch by Duncan Keith. Wow.
It is Lucic back to Ference with 70 seconds separating these teams from another overtime. Hasn't happened yet, though. Here's one thrown by Frolik that's blocked away by Rask. Help to the back. Oduya shot deflected. Scramble. They score! Bolland 3-2 with less than a minute to go. 2 goals in 17 seconds. From a 2-1 deficit, a 3-2 lead.
Again, knifing through the middle of the ice. Bolland to Frolik. Now watch his puck's going to come from the point. There's David Bolland. He gets inside position, finds it off the post. It's like a yard sale. He loses both gloves and a stick.
They were yelling on the Bruins bench, get on your toes, don't be on your heels, as Chicago gained possession and put that puck in deep, which eventually leads to that Bolland goal.
The Bruins have called timeout. 2 in 17. Bickle the first, Bolland the second. Will there be names of Blackhawk players engraved on the Stanley Cup? Krug takes it there. They will try to get Rask off. He's striding ahead right now to the hash marks and to the bench. Krejci protects, drives it back in. Around it went to Johnny Oduya. Lifted it off the glass behind. Played by Lucic, gotten by Frolik, flipped on around and knifed down by a high stick, but then gotten by Taves, pressed by Horton, and it comes on back to Krug. Krug able to step along and lost it. Shoulder down by Taves. Taves played it, but quickly right back in to the defense. Thrown by Krejci. Bouncer steered aside by Crawford. 10 to go. And the puck bounced out to center. Striding ahead for it is Taves. Staggering on. Taves pushed it wide. 2 seconds and 1. The Blackhawks are Stanley Cup champions. An electrifying finish to this contest tonight and to this series that was loaded with thrills, but for the home team tonight, disappointment.
What an incredible finish. An unbelievable series. Stanley Cup final.
Marian Hossa, who has won again, is first in line with his neighbor back in Slovakia, Zdeno Chara. Char and Bickle banged hard a lot. And they went into the corners together, the two captains, Toews and Char. It is quite a custom. Jonathan Toews is the captain. No longer a question mark, of course. Played a wonderful game, and he's with Pierre.
Thanks very much, Doc. Young man, you've been at the top of the NHL mountain before. The view was great the first time. How's the view the second time?
Well, we said it before that team in 2010, we didn't really know what we were doing. We played great hockey, and we were kind of oblivious to how good we were playing. This time around, we know definitely how much work it takes and how much sacrifice it takes to get back here. And this is an unbelievable group. We've been through a lot together this year, and this is a sweet way to finish it off.
You're going through a lot in the third period. Milan Lucic scores, are up 2-1. You get a power play, it doesn't work out well. Take us through the last minute and a half.
Oh, how can you call that? It's we knew we needed just one bounce there, and obviously that was a big goal for them to go up 2-1. You never know what can happen, so you don't stop playing until the end. And this is a nice finish, not having to go back to Chicago.
Well, you're going back to Chicago, but you're going back with some nice silverware. Way to go, Jonathan.
Absolutely. Thanks, Pierre.
The winner of the Conn Smythe Trophy as the most valuable player in the playoffs is Patrick Kane.
Patrick Kane receives the Conn Smythe Trophy, and this is for the entire playoffs, not just one round, not just the last game, but for the whole 8 weeks. The handlers have worn white gloves for 2 decades. It stands a yard tall, weighs 35 pounds, and regardless of how much punishment you've taken, you can lift 35 pounds real fast with adrenaline.
2 terrific Original Six teams played a great final. Let's have a big hand for the Boston Bruins and the Chicago Blackhawks. The Blackhawks started with 24 games unbeaten this season, and this is their second Stanley Cup in 4 years. A great organization led by Rocky Wirtz, John McDonough, Joel Quenneville, Stan Bowman, the entire organization, but most importantly, the fans and these great players. Jonathan Toews, you have the honor of hoisting the Stanley Cup.